Hello, welcome to the Sicilian Defence. And on the last episode, we beat Salernitana and opened a little bit of daylight between us and them at the top of the table. Have we managed to keep that daylight? You're about to find out. Welcome to the episode. Hello and welcome to episode 17 of the Sicilian Defence. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have games against Picerno and Nocerina, both in Serie C. But the question is, how have we been getting on since you were last with us? Well, I can tell you that we have been continuing our little run. On the last episode, Cosenza 6-2 win and Salernitana a 4-3 win. Two fantastic games. Rovgallier scoring in both those. He's continued his scoring run, if you like. We beat Turris away from home 3-2. We are leaking quite a few goals, I have to say. If you look at the leaky side of things, we're not getting many clean sheets, but we are scoring more goals than we are letting in as it stands at the minute. So Turris, Comi and Rovgallier. Comi penalty after 10 minutes. Rovgallier 21 and 67, giving us that 3-2 win against Turris. And Cavese, who a little bit of our bogey team really. If we look at past meetings, you will see that up until the Coppa Italia second round, we seem to struggle to beat them. But we have beaten them twice in a row now, once away and once at home, albeit that was on extra time and just by a fine margin again in this one. And I think really the 2-1 win against Cavese was really a case of disallowed goals, as you will see if we have a quick look at if it's going to allow me. I did click on that, didn't I? Yep, I think it's going to do in a second or two. Here we go. Yeah, as you'll see, we took the lead after 17 minutes. Gianni had one disallowed after 21 minutes. These are all offsides, by the way. And Montanao, who was our nemesis in previous games, Montanao, 44 minutes disallowed offside. Silvestri making it 2-0 after 47 minutes, and those two goals going begging seem to be their Achilles heel. Then Meta getting one disallowed after 58, otherwise it would have been 3 goals to the good. But Gianni managing to get one back for them after 79 minutes, making it 2-1, made it a little bit squeaky from there on in, and especially when after 3 minutes into injury time, Esposito scored, but it was disallowed again, and we lived to tell the tale of this particular game. And as you'll see, 16 shots, 8 of which were on target, 9 and 5 for Cavese. Better XG for us. Not quite so good in the possession stakes, but we won it, and that's all that matters. So where does that leave us in the table? I hear you cry. Why is it going so slow? We are still top. We have guaranteed a playoff place, so we will at least be in the playoffs. 72 points on top. Salernitana, having won their game in hand, they did have a game in hand, so we were 7 points in front of them for a short while. And it's not going to let me. It's really playing up. I think I might have to pause this and shut it down and restart again, because this is really not doing at the moment. It has completely come to a halt. So I am going to pause it, and I'm going to come back when I've sorted out the technical difficulties. Right, I think I might have sorted it out. Hopefully we have. Right, so as we were saying, 72 points. Salernitana on 68. They are just behind us. Those 4 points between us, which has pretty much been conjured up by that win against them in the last episode. And then we've got a margin of 19 points. Is that 63? Yeah, 19 points down to Vibonese. So think we're pretty much clear of them unless something goes really, the wheels completely fall off. We just want to open this gap up between us and Salernitana. So the only way to do that is keep winning and hope that Salernitana drop points at some point in the next few games just to open that gap up, make the life a little bit comfortable. As I say, I don't think we have to worry too much about these guys now as we are there. 38 games, so 9 games to play, 3 9s 27. That's the sort of scope. 67, they can't catch us, so it is starting to scale up a little bit. As I said, Salernitana did have a game in hand over us. We were 7 points in front of them. They have actually got that back now by beating Monopoly 3-1 in that game in hand that they had there. Right, Salernitana play in the early games on this particular round at 3 o'clock, so we'll be able to see what they've done, and then we'll know what we've got to do. Today's games, first of all, are against Picerno, who are 19th, and then Nocerina, who are 20th. And as we know, that sometimes is not the best, because obviously what then happens is those teams at the bottom are really battling to try and stay in the division, avoid whatever, and they really do give us a little bit of trouble. So hopefully we won't fall into that trap today. I'm trying to move forward to try and get these early results and see how we're doing. We're going to continue again because that's what we want to see, is what Salernitana have done. Here are the early results, and they have beaten Catania, so 2-1, and that means that they are literally 1 point behind us now. So we do need to win this game in order to keep that 4-point gap. Vibonese haven't played. Cavese have played. They've beaten Monopoly 3-1, and they're on 52 points. So that's how it stands going into this round. We'll be right back with the teams for our first game of the episode against Picerno. And here is the team that we are putting out against Picerno for this Picerno for this first game of the episode. Santoro carries on in goal, despite, as we've already mentioned on the episode, bit of a leaky defence. Not totally sure it's down to Santoro, but anyway. Visconti, Clayton, Silvestri and Albertini make up the rest of the defensive line. Fagali and Meta in central midfield. Golfo and Amasso are our attacking midfields, with Rovgalier and Comi up front. Minelli, Pinto, Mazzarani, Danny Garcia, Guth, Lori, Piccolo, Calpai, Mena, Gatto, Pellegrini and Rizzo are all on the bench for this one. We do have a number of players that are subject to yellow cards. So Clayton, Visconti and Meta are all 1 yellow card away from a suspension. So need to try and hope that they avoid yellow cards, albeit they are players that regularly get yellow cards. So it might be a bit of a tall order, so to speak, for them to avoid. The obligatory team sheets. And we're going to pump fists. Going to go that route, which hasn't done the job. Individuals. Rovgalier, got faith in you, go out there and do a job. Same with Comi. I'm going to pump fists and do him. He's not really up for it. Golfo, faith in you, go out. Amasso, the same. Meta and Visconti, pump fists, go out there and do a job. As is Silvestri. We're all motivated apart from Comi, and we'll see how he does in this particular game. Not many in for Picerno, and the game is underway. Albertini to Amasso. Amasso inside to Meta, who buries it in the bottom corner. 7 minutes on the clock. And lovely strike from him. Albertini, Amasso. And as we'll see here, right on the edge of the area. And he just drives it into that bottom corner. Good start to the game. Golfo has picked up a yellow card, so I think that's him suspended. Visconti with a throw in to Golfo. Golfo crosses it in. Meta gets his second, his fifth of the season. And he's on to a hat-trick. And we are 18 minutes into the game. Add the team instruction. We'll work it into the box. We'll do that as well. Visconti to Golfo. Golfo just turns, fires it across. And Meta had made himself some room in front of the defender. And planted it in the back of the net. Visconti heads it out to Golfo. Golfo inside to Flagale. Flagale, long ball across to Amasso. Lovely cross right onto Amasso. And Golfo gets a goal of his own. His 7th of the season. And if he's got a suspension coming, I guess, against Nocerina, is the time to have a bit of a rest. Amasso. Lovely ball across, and Golfo with his foot around the defender, and with 19-20 minutes gone, we are 3 up. Visconti with a free kick, crosses it in. Goalkeeper claims that one though, Reynolds. Albertini brings that one down, flicks it over the top. Ravgalier, but his shot was blocked. I'm not sure whether he was offside actually, as it turned out. No flag went up, so he may have got it had he put it away. Visconti with the throw in into the area, but it's headed out. Flagale across field to Albertini, but he's tackled. Silvestri in defence. Flick forward. Only through to Reynolds. Having a lot of the highlights. Visconti heads it down to Meta. Meta with a long ball over the top. Comi puts it wide. Again, both of those looked very offside. Visconti with the corner, and it's ping-ponged around, but defended and cleared. As we head in towards half-time. Another corner, Visconti with that corner, and this time it's headed in by Clayton, who was on the near post. Just on half-time, Visconti, lovely cross, and Silvestri, defenders trying to contain Silvestri, and Clayton come across the front of him and got himself in the way, and that was that. Comi's been tackled and lost the ball. Silvestri forward now to Ravgalier. Didn't quite get there. Ravgalier heads it down to Meta. Cross now to Flagale, who's headed that onto the crossbar, and half-time has come. And 4 goals to the good, 16 shots, 8 of which on target. A 2.03 XG against their 2 shots and 1 on target, as 0.12. And we've had 62% of the possession. Goals from 2 from Meta, 1 from Golfo, 1 from Clayton. I put that down as an exceedingly good first half, and obviously contributing to our goal difference as it currently stands. We'll be right back with that second half. And so you come back for the second half. No changes at half-time. Comi is going to get us underway for this second half. And underway we are in this one. As you'll see, plenty of smiley faces, which means that we've had a good team talk at half-time. Golfo looks like he might have suffered a stub toe. Sort of thing he should be able to play through. But Menar is there to replace him. Right, okay, so we're just going to... Menar has been complaining that he's not had game time, so this may be the opportunity to give him the game time. Just get this, and Albertini, lovely strike from him. Didn't quite see how many goals he scored this season, but it was a lovely strike. Visconti to Ravgalier to Flageolet, who, lovely. I mean, his crossing and his passing has been fantastic. Just Albertini just put himself in space. The defender not closing him down in any manner, shape or form. And Golfo appears to be all right, so I'm tempted to leave him alone until, well, we're near the 60-minute mark anyway. It doesn't seem to be bothering him. And Clayton, one yellow card away from suspension. And Guth, instruction to always press Emmanuel Esposito. Seems to be a lot of players around called Esposito. Visconti has picked up a yellow card now as well. Could be another suspension. Right, let's have a look at this. Comi, he's playing okay. It's Danny Garcia's opportunity to get on the pitch. And Danny Garcia, he's okay in that position. Flageolet tiring, as is Visconti. So I am tempted to look at making the change there at some point very soon. Albertini with the throw in to Amasso. Albertini long cross to Golfo. Golfo back to Visconti, who buries that in the back of the net. He wants to join in. 6-0 and 71 minutes gone. Might be 72 minutes on the clock, I don't know. Albertini crosses to Golfo. Visconti puts himself in a position. And no, 71 minutes gone. He's buried that in the back of the net. And 6-0. Right. I think it's time that we made a few changes. Give these guys a bit of a rest, but also allows Menard to come on in place of Golfo. And we can bring Pinto on for Visconti. And I'm tempted to take Flageolet off and bring on... we haven't got Diallo, but it's saying put Laurie in that place, so Laurie will get a run out. Pump fists, go out there and make a difference. Everybody's happy and want to join in the fun that we're having here. I might drop a bit of praise. Bit of praise dropped. Smiley faces again as we go through. Silvestri's picked up that yellow card, so we will have some suspensions in the game against Nocerina, I think. Amasso picking up man of the match. But quite a comprehensive 6-0 win there against Picerno and or Picerno. I think very happy with the way you've played, and individuals Golfo, Imasso, Meta, Visconti, all having a pleased with your performance out there today. And then I think we will also then do Flageolet, Clayton, Silvestri, Albertini and Santuro with outstretched arms. You did well out there. So that is the first game of the episode and puts us back into 4 points in front of Salernitana. 8 points goal difference now on Salernitana, so that's really opened that gap up and put us into an exceedingly good position, I think. Golfo is injured. He's got a stub toe, 3 to 6 days, so he's going to be out potentially for the next game anyway, which gives Maynard a chance to come into the side. 6 of the best, and I think it puts us 1 game away from a record number of wins, not only for us as a team, but in the league. So Imaso on form. I'm going to pat him on the head. There we go. Handshake. Superb effort. Just waiting for that nod with regards to suspensions. The Amaso show. Are we going to get... yeah, Visconti's reached it. So that looks like the only one that actually done. Pietro Visconti has picked up a one match ban after 10. So that's where we're at. So we're going to go through to our second game of the episode, which is against Nocerina. We'll be back with the team news next. And this is the team that we are playing against Nocerina in this particular game. We've gone attacking today as well. Santoro continues in goal. Pinto, Clayton, Silvestri and Albertini are our backline. Pinto comes in for Visconti, who is suspended. Clayton and Silvestri managed to avoid suspension. Fagale and Meitar continue in that midfield. Golfo and Mazzarani, our attacking midfielders, with Comi and Rovgalie up front. They've swapped around a little bit just to interact a little bit. Minelli, Guth, Lori, Danny Garcia, Pellegrini, Rizzo, Amasso, Calpai, Dialio's back in, Gatto, Pinot and Mena are our bench for today. Had a little bit of a moan from trying to think of Di Paola, who doesn't seem to be getting into the side, so he's had a bit of a whinge. So we'll see how he fits. Clayton on a suspension and Meitar on a suspension, so they're the two players that need to avoid getting a yellow card if at all possible. Right, Pinto is lacking match sharpness, and Pinot hasn't actually been in the squad before, so he's going to have the number, in fact he's going to have the number 58 shirt, as he's one of the youth players, I believe. We are playing the 3 o'clock kickoff. Salernitana will play the later kickoff today, so they will know what we've done and what they've got to do to keep up with us, or, as the case, maybe catch us. Right, outstretched arms, carry on where you left off. Comi, go out there and make a difference. Golfo. Pump fist, no, outstretched arms. You were good last time out. Do the same. Flageolet. Faith in you. Pinto. It's not motivated him. We have actually secured the signature of a goalkeeper, Juventus under 23, who is very similar to Minelli, but in stature, but he has got the potential to be a Serie A player in the future. So we're looking huge crowd here in Nocerina, but not very many supporters in. 2 corners in quick succession. Pinto with the cross into the box. That's where Visconti's crosses are absolutely fantastic. It was Pinto back across Falagli, but didn't find him, and they have a bit of a counter attack on here. We have to be careful not to get called out. And Pio, Santoro managing to get a hand to that. Pushes it around. Yeah, not many supporters in. In fact, we've got a few of ours in. That's headed clear. And comes out Supper. And Santoro plucks that off of Plu's head. Or was it Piu? Commie with the cross into the box. It's cleared. Upfield, Albertini. Back to Silvestri. Silvestri finds Pinto. Commie. Back to Pinto. And Pinto looking for a way in. Flagellate. Crossfield to Albertini. Crosses it wide again to Pinto. Crosses it in. And Commie with a header just over the bar. Nocerina are having the better of the game. Albertini to Ravgalier to Meta. It's been cut out. But Clayton comes around and clears up. Silvestri to Maserani. Maserani to Albertini. Albertini crosses it in the box. And Commie again over the top. How many chances does that boy need? They have a free kick or maybe for offside. And Piu and Santoro has saved again. Santoro keeping us in the game here. 20 minutes gone and that's headed over the top. And Silvestri, that puts that one over the top. I think it was from Maserani. Clayton with the free kick to Golfo. Golfo and Flagellate. Flagellate out wide to Pinto. Pinto crosses in. And not as yet found any of our players. Pio's in again. It's only a matter of time and that was it. Give him too many chances and we are behind to the bottom of the table side. On the break. Nice over the top and Santoro didn't get that one. Right. I think it's time. First of all, we're going to tell Clayton to calm down. And then we're going to berate the team. And I think we're going to drop back to a positive mentality. And we need to create some chances here. Corner, Pinto, Clayton. And that's just gone over the top again. Golfo picked up a yellow card. Clayton, this time from Pinto, gets the equaliser. 39 minutes gone. And we are back on level terms. But we need to be winning, not on level terms, of course. Throw in from Albertini. Maserani heads it back to Albertini. And they have a break on again here. We have to be careful of Piu, who is peeling away from his defender, and they've scored a second. Did a job against Picerno, but we're not doing the same job against Nocerina. And looking definitely a bit wobbly as half time comes. Thinking a Stern talking to. We're not in XG wise as well. We have had the possession, but we've not converted the chances. 12 shots, only 3 on target against their 10 and 7. So definitely having the better of the game. Let's go and give them a stiff talking to, and we'll be right back for that second half. And you come back for the second half, and the Nocerina team about to get us underway. We have made one change. Golfo, who wasn't having a particularly good game, has come off, and we have brought on Mena in his place. So we need to lighten up a little bit here. Right. Really not doing anything here, are we? Right, going to demand more. I need to get a foothold. Meta is also not having a good game, and neither are the two front players. So I think We're going to make some changes. Mata is coming off. I'm tempted to put Diallo on, although it is saying Rizzo. Right, we'll go with what the manager's telling me, Rizzo. And we're going to take Comey off for Danny Garcia to see if he can do something up front there. Pump fists. I'm looking for you to make a difference for us. Confirm substitute. So first things, we need to get back on level terms, and then we've got to try and win this game. Maserani to Rizzo, to Albertini, to Rovgalia, back to Albertini. Albertini back to Rizzo. Rizzo crosses in, but it's cleared, and their defence has been very good, and they're on the break here again. And if we go another goal down, I think, really do think that might be it, and we're in trouble. But that's given away to Flagale. That's put in the path of Rovgalia, and he's not put it away, and they clear into touch. I'm going to berate the team because they're not doing what we want them to do, and that is get back on terms. They have a corner, and that's headed over the top. As 70 minutes come, I think the best we can expect is a draw here. Maserani, and goalkeeper plucks that out of off the head of one of our players. Pinto gets there. Ravgalia, bit of urgency, but he's given the ball away. Luckily, they just give it back to us. Pinto obviously felt sorry for Ravgalia. Mena, Rizzo, Mena, and that was a goal kick. Must have gone over the top. We are in danger of losing this, and in which case Salernitana could catch us. Pinto. And all that work we did against Salernitana a while back is all going down the drain here, which is not good. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Rizzo trying to win that back, didn't do it. And they are holding the ball up. They're in, and that's game over. 3-1, and we are going to lose this game to the bottom side. They've been all over us, and maybe Santoro's time in goal is up, and we not quite sure what we've got left in the tank, to be fair. Right, I think it's time for change arounds. Garcia hasn't come on and really done anything. Maybe he's not best as a poacher. Maybe we'll put him on as a pressing forward. Maybe that'll do. Rovgalia, we can stick him as the poacher. And right, Pinto is tired, so Pellegrini's going to come on for him. We've got one more change that we can make, and need somebody who's going to affect the game here. Luckily, he's having a good game. And we're 2 goals behind. I don't think we're going to do this at all. A really, really disappointing end to the episode, and we're not. They have a free kick as well, which could even impound even more. But Ravgalia comes back, picks that up, and Danny Garcia has picked the ball up. He's going to cross the ball, and it's cleared. Pellegrini crosses in, and we have got a goal back, but he's offside. Maserani is disallowed for offside. And we've lost this game 3-1. What a disappointing way of losing. really piled it on with the XG, but a 3-1 loss is not good. And, well, that is exceedingly disappointing, and it means Salernitana can get back 1 point behind us. 2 games really where we should have expected to convert that, and we've also blown our chance of a record, in as much as the record for wins and points. Well, I think we might still get points, but we need one more win to win that record, so we're not going to get that today. Right, disappointing end to the episode, to say the least. Right, a couple more games, in fact, Monopoly and Albia. We will then come back for our next episode, which will be against Casatana and Avellino, and hopefully if we can win these 2 games by then, things will be a bit clearer. And hopefully we're not on a little bit of a mini run. That is the first game that we have lost, apart from from the Cup, since the very first day of the season against Potenza. And, well, what can I say? Nocerina, when we played them earlier in the season, was a 4-0 win. And I know that was at home. But even so, that was poor. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I'm not sure I have. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button to keep up to date with all future episodes of this and new series as they are released. New episodes of the Sicilian Defence are currently released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel and more, why not follow me at Just Offside 2 is where you need to be. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you on the next episode, which will be episode 18. It's out on Friday. Until then, goodbye.